Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. We've got the tent opened up on the truck today. We're shuffling it over a little bit because we are going to be putting a awning onto the truck. Nothing too fancy. It's more just to cover up a little bit of stuff we store when I'm out in the bush. But I'm going to show you how to put it on and how it looks when it's opened up. Now you may be wondering, because we have the half rack on the truck, we have the RCI 12-inch. It's not cab height, but luckily RCI makes these brackets specifically to add an awning on. Now if you have the full rack, you can use this. It bolts on right here in the middle and you can bolt your awning onto it, but because ours is the half rack, they send these, which are little extensions. It'll go on there like that. You can pick your height, get it where you want it, and then they send you hardware to bolt it all on. So what I did was loosen the tent off, shuffled it over a little bit because it's got to clear the tent when it's open, and when I had it centered on the truck it wouldn't quite clear. So now it's over to one side more, and obviously because it opens on that side, we're going to put the tent or the awning on the passenger side. So alright, so the brackets are on. What I'm going to aim for is, once I put this on, I want the top to kind of be in line with the antenna. Should give us enough room to mount the awning to keep it above the door, and it's not too high, so I should hopefully be able to fit into my garage still. They send 4 small bolts. These black washers are for if you decide to put this one more up to gain yourself some height, which I don't need. You can put this in there like that and it makes up the difference, because of course the plate there is in the middle. So that's your spacer. You get 2 black washers, 1 for each arm. And then, like I said, for myself, I'm keeping it down here because it keeps it slightly further away from the tent and I don't have to push it over so far to fit. It's going to be tight, but it should work. All right, now for the awning itself, I just got one of these from Terravor. They're super cheap. They work. It'll do what I need it to do. But basically this is what it looks like all zipped up. If you open it, what you get on the inside, it's all packaged under the cover here originally. There's rope and stakes in here, and also what was in this box, they give you wrenches, nuts and bolts to bolt it on, and brackets. If you don't have brackets like we're using, if you're putting this on a roof rack or such, this will basically bolt onto your roof rack, the plate on the other side, and then your awning would bolt into those 2 holes there. But this is kind of like the RCI brackets if we didn't have them. And then bolt wise, which I'm spilling all over the place, long ones would be to bolt to your vehicle, and then the short ones plus the locking nuts you see falling out here are to bolt the awning onto the bracket. Now as for getting the bolts in there to bolt this down, this little plastic cap was this way, just tucks in there, pull that off, and the head of your bolt slides in. You want 2 up top, 2 in the bottom, then put this cap back on. All right, so change of scenery because the neighbor wanted to blow his leaves and he would not shut up. So here we are out on the lake and the awning is on. We're kind of mixed between sun and rain and snow right now. You can see the snow line is like right here. So it's not super cold once the sun's shining on you, but if it's blowing just the right way, you'll still get a little bit of snow. But as for the awning, it's a little bit dirty now because the road was pretty gross on the way up here. But we've got it all tightened down. You got your 2 bolts up top, 2 bolts down below. Only thing you got to keep in mind when you tighten onto here, I noticed, don't crank them up too tight, because when you twist it, it's kind of hard to see up there, but the bolt was actually twisting in the aluminum and you can see it has a little bump. I didn't need a wrench or anything in there. It didn't spin right through, but keep in mind that it can actually strip itself because the aluminum is not super thick. So just don't go ham on it. So now basically all we got to do is set this up. So we'll start with the zipper, one side up there, the other side, zip all the way across, open it up. You've got 3 straps here all the way across. You just pull them, it's Velcro, let it drop down. Now the easiest way to set this up, once you got it open, this thing naturally is going to want to fall and unravel itself down towards the ground. but you want to get these legs out first. So just flip it up top. It can balance itself up there. And then you get 2 legs that swing out, 1 for each side. And you want these out beforehand because that little peg has to clip into the aluminum piece on the awning itself after. And then as for these legs, you can see you spin one way and it gets tight, spin counterclockwise, and you can push them in and out like that. So just pull it out so you got a little bit of room. Leave it loose because then you can unravel the awning now, get those in place, twist it to be tight, and then the awning itself has 2 legs just the same that'll swing down and support it onto the ground. All right, so once you got it kind of half out like this, that's why I said swing these legs out first, because that peg goes through the little hole here and here on the outside, and then these legs to support it flip up and they tuck in here once you roll it up. Now all you got to do is, it holds on just with Velcro. You grab that, flip it over nice and tight, Velcro it all up, and then you can pull it out to get all the slack out, get it where you want it, get it level, because as you can see mine's really crooked right now. All right, so now that you got it all Velcroed, all you got to do is take this, it should still be loose, grab it, you just pull it, you can see all the slack comes out, twist it back, that locks it into place, and now everything is done. You can adjust the legs and the height as you please. Right now where I have it, I'm 6 feet tall and I can walk under this with about an inch or 2 above my head still. And now if it's pouring rain or you just want to get out of the sun for a few minutes, you got somewhere to hide. One little side note before I get this thing all packed up away is if you have your legs set in here for that tip to be an inch or 2 from the end, that is basically, when you flip this out, the width of your awning. So if you get those out to the point where they're almost at the end, and then you open them up this way, they'll be about this far away, super easy to plug into the end of the awning once it's all opened up. So there you have it, awning's all done. This is what it looks like set up. You do have a bunch of different options for this. This is just your basic straight out. Comes out, I'd say 6-7 feet maybe. And the awning itself is 6 feet from here to here. You can also get 8 and 10 foot options, so I just didn't want it overhanging way over here. Plus the doors have to open, and when you go this far it's going to be flopping because I don't have anything to mount it to. So as for myself, this is how it'll stay for now. I think if I end up putting on a roof rack on this thing eventually, I would move this to be over the 2 doors. Reason being, for the iCamper tent, I actually have the iCamper awning. So when I open this thing up and I come to this side, everything over here is covered by the awning, which is probably 3 times the size of that thing. That's another reason I didn't get the big 180 or the 270s that flip around and cover the back, because I just don't need that much space. The reason I got this one, at least for now, is I want to get a heater for the camper. So that'll be over there, just a place to keep the diesel heater dry. Can throw firewood and chairs and stuff under there if we need to. And then when I have the awning set up on this side, again, that's just storage. You can put all these bins and stuff back there. It just all stays out of the way. But for now, this is what works for me. Super cheap. Like I said, you get these things off Amazon. They range from as low as like $200 all the way up to like $500-600, depending how crazy you want to go. But as you can see, it's nice and sturdy. We can come out here, enjoy our day on the lake, and if Mother Nature wants to rain or snow or whatever the case may be, we got some cover. And then again, the orange rope there, they do come with tie downs and stakes. I'm not going to show you guys that part. And also you can get walls. They Velcro on the same as this, and you can basically have like a little lean-to coming out the side. Gives you a little more space, blocks the wind if you're actually sitting under there. But we'll see if I get those in the future. Probably not, but you never know. If I do, I'll make a video and you guys can check it out there. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you in another video. Have a nice